It's time for Rabbi Minkowicz's weekly Torah lesson. Here with his spiritual perspective and insight, Rabbi Minkowicz.
Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parsha Balak. The question of the week is, how can we protect ourselves against our enemies? So in this week's Torah portion, Parsha Balak, we learn about Balak hiring Bilam to curse the Jewish people. Now we know Bilam tried to destroy the Jewish people, and another famous person, Amalek. Two people tried to destroy the Jewish people. So the question is, how do you overcome Bilam and Amalek? So the Rebbe brings down, based on a teaching of Parsha Balak, that there's another two words in the Torah which we have as commandments from God, and that is called yira, to be in awe and to be accepting of God, and ava, in love of God. And what's interesting is that if you take the word Bilam and you take the word Amalek and you put them one on top of the other, so as you do Amalek, if you read horizontally, it's Amalek, and then it's Bilam. And then if you read it vertically as well, you also have Bilam, and there's Bilam's on top, and then you go take the first two letters of Bilam, Beis Lamed, the first two letters of Amalek, Ayin Mem, you have Bilam, and you take the last two letters of Bilam, Ayin Mem, and the last two letters of Amalek, you have Amalek as well. So in the box, you can read it vertically or horizontally, both ways, you'll get Bilam and Amalek either way. Let's look at the words Yira and Ava. The same thing also. If you line up Yira across, Ava across, and you go across, you have Yira and Ava. But if you go down, Yud Resh from the first line and Aleph Hey from the second line, the first two, you have Yira, and you also have Ava. So the Rebbe explains, based on this teaching, that the way to combat Bilam and Amalek, which represent our enemies, is by Yiras Hashem, to being in awe and accepting of God and loving God. What the Rebbe points out very interesting is that if you put Av on top of Yira, you won't get the same combination. The only time you get the combination is what? When you put Yira first. In other words, you first have to accept. Once you accept and then you love, that's the key to overcoming all our enemies. So to answer the question, how can we overcome our enemies? By accepting and God, having true respect and awe for God, and then obviously creating a loving relationship with God. This will give us the power to overcome all of our enemies. This week's Torah lesson is in memory of Baruch ben Aryeh Leib and Shlomo ben Yosef. May their souls be elevated by the Torah we're studying in their memory. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. For more information, please see our website.